The latest Cowboys Hall of Famer, Drew Pearson, joins us on the Goodyear Hotline, brought to you by Goodyear, making the plays that move you forward. Goodyear more driven. Drew will be honored at this week's Cowboys game on Monday night when they host the Eagles. Good morning, Drew.
Good morning, guys. Good morning. Thanks
Congrats, man. Congratulations.
Congrats, Drew.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. I can't wait to get that ring. Put it right there. I've been saving that finger for years. Not getting married and all that. I'm saving it for the Hall of Fame ring right there.
Hall of Fame.
Married to the game.
Hall of Fame. That's a hard Hall
Yes,
of Fame
sir.
to get into. What have you thought about?
Oh yeah, very difficult.
Very hard. What have you thought about
Yes.
your quarterback's performance through the first two games of the season, Dak Prescott?
Very impressed with his performance. He stepped right up, stepped right in, and didn't look like he missed a beat from the injury he suffered and the things he went through in training camp with his throwing arm and stuff like that. He looked engaged. He looked like a leader, like we expect him to be. And I just think the best is still yet to come for Dak this season as he gets more acclimated to his people around him and to feeling more confident in his ability that he's overcome that injury and ready to move on now. So he's very impressive. He's even looking better now than I think he did before he got hurt last season. And that's saying a lot because he was rolling before he got hurt last season.
Drew, where are the Cowboys at right now in the NFC as you look at them? Obviously, the loss on the Thursday night against the Super Bowl champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but then they go on the road and get a win against the Los Angeles Chargers and that young quarterback in Justin Herbert.
Yeah, it's hard to predict. I think the NFC East is a week-to-week experience for the teams. It'll shift as far as who's in first and who's playing well and that type of thing. The best thing about the Cowboys in going into San Diego and winning that game is holding them to 17 points. We haven't seen that level of points held by the Cowboys defense in quite some time. So that's a big improvement right there. And the difference is with the defense, it's basically the same players. The difference is, yeah, they brought in a few like Micah Parsons and people like that. And he's playing very well, by the way. But the difference is attitude, accountability. Players wanting it, getting after it, knowing that if they don't do their job, they're going to have to answer to somebody. In the previous past, they didn't have to do that, apparently, because they kept making the same mistakes over and over. But now they have to be accountable, and I think that's where the big improvement for the Cowboys will be on the defensive side of the football. And if we can get some momentum going into this game Monday night and win that game and now get in first place in the NFC East, then we'll see how that plays out next week. Because, like I said, it's a week-to-week proposition in the NFC East.
By the way, you said, real quick, Drew mentioned San Diego. I still do that. It's now the LA Chargers, but
yeah, we knew what he was
talking about.
I'm
sorry.
Yeah. No,
they need to change it. If they want to change the name, change the uniforms. Because you see those uniforms, you say Chargers, right?
I still call them San Diego. Yeah.
Drew, I was gonna say, speaking of Monday Night Football, Eagles. Cowboys, obviously, heated rivalry. Nick Sirianni, the head coach of the Eagles, wore a T-shirt that said "Beat Dallas" on it. Can you kind of describe about the intensity of this type of rivalry? How does it feel to play in a game like this?
It feels awesome. Through the course of a season, 16 games, Keyshawn, you'll know this. It's hard to get up for each and every game. So you appreciate games like when you go against your rivals, especially in the NFC East, because those games are easy to get up for. And you get highly motivated to play those games because you know the intensity level is going to pick up because they're your rival. They're trying to beat you to win the NFC East, and you're trying to beat them to win that NFC East title. So when you play those games, it was easy to get up. When I traveled to Giants Stadium, played the Giants, man, I'm high. I'm riding. Coach Landry knew it. I'm from South River, New Jersey, 20 minutes down the turnpike, and he knew I was going to be ready for that game, and I would get more opportunities because of that in those games against the Giants. Then you go down the freeway, the highway or turnpike, they call it up in Jersey, to Philadelphia, and that rivalry is intense. Those Philadelphia Eagles fans hate the Dallas Cowboys. They think their fans fans are the blue collar fans. They think our fans are the white collar fans. So that kind of adds to the rivalry and intensity of the rivalry. Then you go a little further down I-95, then go to D.C. and Washington Redskins. And you go into FedEx Stadium, and they're going crazy to try to beat the Cowboys. So it's an intense division. And every time you play those games, it's easy to get up for those teams. And now you expect to have knockdown, drag-out type battles because their intensity level is going to rise as well. And it's up to you going into those places. And even if they're coming into AT&T to play us, their intensity level is going to rise. So you got to raise your intensity level to meet that if you want to have any success out there against these teams.
Drew, what are your expectations Monday night for you and your family as you're sitting in the middle of Jerry's World, getting honored as a member of the Dallas Cowboys, member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame? What are your emotions going to be like?
I'm going to make sure I have some of this right here. You see that? That's tissue because I'm going to be crying, okay? It's going to be very emotional. And this is a moment I've been waiting for. And it's even a better honor in accepting this ring and solidifying the final piece that solidifies you in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, that Hall of Fame ring. But the fact that we're going to have the ceremony with Cliff Harris, a free agent who motivated me to sign with the Cowboys as a free agent, and then the great Jimmy Johnson as well. He'll be honored at halftime as well. So it's going to be special to be honored with those other guys. But this is about me. It's about my family and my teammates that I played with the Dallas Cowboys. So I figure the emotions are going to be very high. And at the same time, the excitement is going to be very high. And what I'm hoping is that this will be a motivation for these Cowboy football players to go out and beat these Eagles. So don't give me my Hall of Fame ring if you're going to lose to the Eagles. All right, give me my Hall of Fame ring with a victory as well. And hopefully that'll happen Monday night.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus right now.